In the year 2000, Professor Thomas Gilovich of Cornell University conducted a study that uncovered a fascinating psychological phenomenon. He took groups of students and randomly selected one individual from each group to participate in the experiment. The rest of the students were told to show up at a certain room at a specific time to work on a project, with all of the seats in the room facing the door. The singled out individual was purposely delayed and asked to wear a t-shirt with a well-known person on it, such as Martin Luther King or Bob Marley, before being told to go into the room. This was meant to simulate an embarrassing event, as the individuals knew they were the only one running late and would be noticed by all of the other students who were facing the door. After the experiment was finished, the researchers asked the embarrassed individuals how many of the students they thought remembered the incident and the t-shirt they were wearing. On average, these individuals reported that 50% of the students would recall the event, but the researchers found that only 10% of the students in the room were able to recall the event and the t-shirt. This experiment uncovered what is now known as the spotlight effect. It shows that humans often overestimate how much others care about our negative and positive actions, and believe that the spotlight is always on us, when in reality, the majority of people simply don't care. This is particularly relevant for those struggling with social anxiety, as it's often rooted in the fear of being watched and judged by others. The thought that others are paying close attention to our every move can cause us to feel anxious and self-conscious, leading us to act in ways that are not true to ourselves. However, by internalizing the spotlight effect, we can learn to let go of those fears and be more confident in social situations. To internalize the spotlight effect, there is a two-step process that can be helpful. The first step is to become more aware of your own thoughts through a mindfulness practice, such as meditation. This will help you to clear your head and focus on one thing, like your breathing, and will also help you become more aware of the majority of your thoughts, which are likely to be about yourself and your own concerns. The second step is to practice the swapping shoes exercise, where you imagine being in someone else's shoes and thinking about their problems and thoughts. These steps will help you to understand that others spend the majority of their time thinking about themselves just like you do, rather than focusing on others. The more you practice this exercise, the more you will internalize the spotlight effect, which will result in a decrease in social anxiety and a general higher level of comfort among other people. By realizing that people aren't paying that much attention to you, by realizing that people aren't paying as much attention to us as we think, we can feel a weight lifted off of our shoulders and feel more free to be ourselves in social situations.